Asia's loneliest generation? Uh-oh. Here we go. So you got people are simping on a totally different level nowadays. I'm telling you guys, like, we have people are so lonely.
Welcome back. Always great to see you. Funny thing is, when I swiped your card, it said insufficient funds, so I'm gonna go. Paying someone for love or companionship isn't a new revolutionary concept.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for generations.
I had a friend of mine, basically he went to Thailand, and so, because he's in the Navy, and he said that they would give them out like a little book, right? And so, and it would show the pictures of the girls, and it would show like the kind of stuff that they'll do. It's like a menu. It's like how big their are, like how tall they are, everything like that. And they would just give you one, and he can just, it's wild. I know. Yes. It's crazy.
What is revolutionary is Asia coming up with new, interesting ways to monetize these relationships. They saw a gap in the market of lonely singles in your area and filled it with the hottest people and non-people you'll ever see. All we need is your name, ID, and the last 4 digits of your credit card.
That's
There's
right.
services that let you rent a boyfriend or girlfriend to scratch that relationship itch you've been having, where you can eat a meal and spend quality time together as couples do. After your allotted time is up, you just move on with your day as usual. No need to deal with all the drama of being in a relationship.
That's crazy, right? Like, we're really going somewhere special, huh? That's so damn sad. Yeah. That's right.
Experience where you get to interact with many attractive hotties in one sitting. Check out these NPC theme parks. Asian guys who look like they came straight out of a video game are just strolling around, waiting for you to hit the A button so they can start their NPC dialogue with you.
Yep.
Well, now that I'm looking closer, not a whole lot of talking going on. Oh my god.
That's right. This is what they do over there.
Hey, good on these guys for being able to do this without laughing. Me as an NPC, a tired innkeeper or an old maiden type of wizard. Okay, what if you hate outside? Dealing with the hassle of commuting somewhere and interacting with—
This is weird, to be honest. Nah, see what they're doing over there is what we're gonna do over here. We're gonna do this over here too.
gross, real people.
What the f happened with humankind? The problem now is that, basically, this is where I think the problem came from, is it's actually the internet. It's the internet and wealth disparity. So like back in the day, if you were kind of like a weirdo or a loser, you would kind of get thrown into social situations naturally over the course of your life, right? You go to church, you be around people. You go to school, you're around people. Nowadays, you got kids that are like, you know, homeschooled. They're not going to school anymore because of COVID. They're on the internet all day, like to like animals that aren't real, talking to like AI girls and like OnlyFans, and it's actually a dude in India. And so like, I mean, this kid, and like they're 16. It's 16 years old. I mean, bro, this kid's done. I think it's the internet that really dialed things up.
These AI husbandos and waifus, the perfect significant other, since they can be anything you want.
It's like
cute,
10%.
funny, available to
10%,
talk to at
like that,
any
right?
time of the day. Plus, they don't smell or have to go number 2.
Babe,
Yeah.
can you teach me Chinese?
Of course, little kitten. Let's start with something simple. For example, hello in Chinese is ni hao. Say it back to me,
I knew
babe.
that one.
你好.
Damn, that sounded perfect. You're a natural, babe. Now,
Is anyone blushing? Why am I blushing?
Video games, where the main appeal is a big roster of attractive characters, have gotten a big boost in popularity lately. Genshin Impact, the otome genre like Love and Deep Space, raking in the big bucks. In double digits. I'm talking like 30 million USD in just 1 year. These sexy
and this game, I actually knew a girl that played this game recently. And she said it was actually kind of boring. Because I was curious what it was like. Now, I never played it myself. Tectone played this? Of course he did. Yeah, he probably beat the game already.
Pictures of pixels can already retire at 8 months old. Damn, what are these people paying for? Must be really engaging with fun gameplay mechanics, maybe?
It's not.
The only thing
She
I
says
see
boring.
is great gowns.
You shouldn't do that.
And last but not least, the most lucrative form of capitalizing on parasocial relationships is the live streaming industry. We've seen it time and time again. Entertainment.
That's right. No, that's why you get all these weirdos that are getting attached to these girls on the internet. It's really, it's impressive, honestly.
who lock in for 8 hours, 7 days a week, that end up cultivating a super loyal fan base to support them, which eventually leads to some fans getting overly invested in their favorite streamer. So after normalizing these parasocial relationships fueled by capitalism, chat, as a society, are we cooked? Yeah, maybe, but not all the way.
I think it's probably better that the guys have like a parasocial, because like the thing is that right now we're in like a weird time period where you don't have AI that's good enough to where like you can fall in love with the AI. And so you have to be stuck with a real girl, which causes a lot of problems, right? Because like sometimes you stalk them and then then you go to jail, or they get older and you don't like them anymore. And so that's bad. And then what else besides that? They get a boyfriend, and then so now you hate them now. It's bad.
Lonelier every year. Going out, meeting people naturally and actually becoming friends with them is a lot easier said than done. On one side, it's cool seeing people find new ways to fulfill their social needs. Sure, these types of relationships aren't the norm, but if it's between two consenting people with healthy expectations,
I think that it will become more the norm, and it will become increasingly more unhealthy. I do. I think this is the future. The future is a bunch of people that are becoming emotionally attached to like reassurance and attention from something that's fake.
Aren't a replacement for real life interactions, then we good. It's not good. As with all human experiences, there's a science behind it. Even with gifting money during a live stream, the live aspect makes it feel like this is a normal person within reach compared to an A-list celebrity behind 55 bodyguards and 55 PR people. It's all in real time, so there's a higher chance the streamer you're supporting will notice you. And if you consistently show up during their streams, you'll build that dopamine-inducing rapport with them. You give them the money and they give you a thank you.
They say thanks.
Thank you so much for this.
Dude, Ninja used to be so funny. He used to be such a piece of shit asshole, and I loved him. He was so good.
Oh my god, guys.
It also feels like you're in an exclusive little community full of people with the same interests as you. There is a slippery slope with this type of environment. It's a breeding ground for people who are chronically online, using these relationships to replace real ones, leading to situations where someone goes overboard with their affection towards a one-sided friendship. Like that man who sold his baby for $16,000 to a couple looking to adopt, and then blew all of that money on tipping live streamers. He was arrested afterwards, since this whole thing was very illegal. He traded in a child like a rare Pokemon card, only to end up broke and in jail. Lonely people are an easy target for these types of business models, where you have someone keeping you company in exchange for money or your time. There is promise of a type of intimacy when you become a fan.
This is why I don't take donations, by the way. The people who think that they give you money, then they're going to get something out of it. Nah, bro, I don't do that. Like, I would just rather not have the money. Because I've seen this happen a lot.
Influencer you interact with daily. Sometimes it's scary seeing how easy it is to escape from the sucky parts of life just by using the internet. Kongto, a 32-year-old fan, lives at home with his parents in Miaolai, Taiwan. Having never kissed a girl, Kongto feels more capable of expressing love to a live streamer on the internet than to a woman in real life. He watches his favorite live streamer.
No, it makes sense. I can relate. Yeah, I can relate. It's 100 filters? No, she's real. No, guys, she's real.
Fearing his parents' reaction if they learn of his habit. Becoming a fanboy or a fangirl is a lot more accessible now since we all have computers and phones. I subscribe to the mindset people can do whatever they want with their life as long as they're not hurting anyone.
They can do whatever they want with their life, but that doesn't mean I can't make fun of them for being weird and stupid. Like, you're gonna do some weird ass shit, you're gonna tell me it's not weird, I'm gonna say, yeah, it is.
There is, however, still a bit of a negative connotation when you hear someone say they're a fan of watching live streams. I think what's closer to reality is people watching live streams more casually, or they'll have it on in the background where they're not interacting with it 100% of the time. Kongto is one of many bachelors who watch live streams to combat loneliness. This is especially prevalent in Asian countries, where many young men must leave their family villages for work in city factories. Without a familiar face for miles around, they turn to live streams to make their new environment less isolating. If this helps, then good. On the other hand, it's kind of like an illusion of socially. Will they have a full-on breakdown if their favorite creator gets kind of snapped away? Or will the world keep turning for them? At the same time, might these live streamers be using their fans' loneliness to exploit them for profit? Well,
they absolutely are. A lot of these girls get a lot of money, so they don't want to say that they have a boyfriend, because if you say that you have a boyfriend, that's going to get the people that think that if they give you money, it's like this is a gotcha game, right? It's like a, you know, hopefully they get like a hard pity where like you spend $1,000 and like then she'll DM you or something. And so like these guys will try to do it and they'll try to make as much money as possible and like give these girls money so she'll talk to them. But if they know that she has a boyfriend, it's like, well, you're probably not going to even try to play. You're not going to give them any money at all. Y'all ever see a girl go through some breakup and then her donations go up? Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Sorta, kinda, possibly yes.
今天给大家讲一下怎么样走进土豪的世界。我相信每一个主播其实都想要
rich guys to give you money.
多拉几个
Getting rich guys to visit your live stream rooms more often.
然后提高自己的销售。
Yeah.
Although, it does take two to tango. No one's forcing you to give away all your life things just for a chance to be noticed. But it's also scummy to zero in on emotionally vulnerable people. In recent news, a man in China took things too far when he became obsessed with a streamer. Mr. Hong, a simple fellow who ate plain steam buns every day so he could save up money. Not for bills or on a down payment on a house, but to send his favorite streamer in the form of gifts and tips, which ended up costing him around
100,000 USD?
Okay,
that's right.
Choices were made,
that's right.
Funds were eaten, money was spent. We can feel bad for him, but ultimately it's his responsibility to budget his finances.
I don't ever blame it on the girls. I think that if you get preyed on by a girl like this, you an idiot. You an idiot. It's the same as people that get addicted to gambling. You an idiot. You know the slot machine's programmed against you, you dumb. Obviously, that doesn't mean like the girls aren't bad or slots aren't bad or something. But it's like I don't really have like I don't have sympathy. You know, there'll be like a chicken walking around, and there'll be a crocodile with its mouth open. The chicken goes in the mouth, crocodile immediately gets that chicken. You never see that chicken again. Now it's sad for the chicken. It's sad that chicken is dead, but that's a stupid chicken. He should not have been there. I don't really feel bad for the chicken because he's dumb.
At least he wasn't blindly donating.
Lizards.
He did have an end goal. Mr. Hong wanted to hear his favorite streamer call him brother. Streams will usually have a ranking metric that shows the amount people have donated with the highest gifters at the very top.
They do.
If you're the big dog who's spent the most money, there's more weight to what you have to say. These are referred to as big brothers in China. And the streamer will usually prioritize keeping these rich fans around by giving them more attention. And when you think about it, the one with the most power isn't the streamer themselves, but the person with the most money. All communities will have some sort of hierarchy, even within fandoms. The older brother term in Asia doesn't always mean someone who's blood related. It's like when a girl calls an older guy oppa in Korean or oni-chan in Japanese. These can be terms of endearment you say to a close friend or to someone you're familiar with who's older than you. Even in casual settings around strangers. Social hierarchy is really important in Asian countries because it shows respect. Mr. Hong just wanted a really expensive big brother shout out, which he probably could have gotten on sale somewhere else. So when 100,000 USD wasn't enough to get Mr. Hong his brother title, he started to steal copper materials from his family's business to sell for extra cash. It got to the point where he...
Bro, this guy's playing Rust. He's taking his shit to the recycling station. You're stealing copper? What does this guy think he does this? What's going on?
300,000 USD and sent every last penny to the streamer, which was basically his family's life savings. Looking into this gave me a jump scare at how common these cases are. Although there are a lot of people who do have the extra money to spend.
也是心理寂寞吧，然后就需要一个精神的寄托。是一般是一言不合先刷礼物，可能在房间里待了很久。
现在我还差6万17级，我现在这个号是48万。
East Asia has come so far technology-wise, but they have some of the loneliest people living there. A lot of factors come into play. The super high pressure to do well in school, a work environment that sucks up all your free time. It's getting a lot harder to meet people. Don't feel like you belong in any part of society.
That's me.
Isolate yourself at home and be completely fine.
That's
Not
me.
mentally, of course, but for basic needs. You got a roof over your head, all your meals can be delivered, plus
See, I'm the opposite. The more I'm around other people, the more crazy I feel. The more I'm by myself, the more normal I feel. I would take a break from people. People would call me and I would say, okay. And I would never pick up, I'd never listen, I wouldn't talk to anybody. And I would come back and everything in my life would be fine. Everything would be fine. I have to like recharge.
Entertainment and social needs can be met through a screen. I know some of you are probably thinking, this is my ideal day off, which is okay to do once in a while, but not for long periods of time.
Yeah.
The traditional route of school, good job, married, child, buy car, house, then die is becoming less of a reality for most. It also seems like people are realizing, you know what, maybe this isn't the path for me. Even though there's still a bunch of societal pressure, it's a tad more acceptable nowadays to find a different way to live your life. You know how stressful it is to try and maintain all your relationships nowadays? It's becoming more enticing to just pay someone for social interactions. You know, as they say, money can't buy happiness, but it can sure solve a lot of your problems. Host clubs in Japan are really popular spots that cater to a female clientele, where women will pay attractive men to keep them company for the night while drinking. And nothing really happens inside the club other than just chatting. It's mainly the attention and companionship people are seeking without all the baggage.
Could you tell us what does a host do?
例えば女性だったりのお酒を飲む場を楽しませることだったり、あとやっぱりちょっと寂しい。
The host club? Yeah, no, this shit's really popular.
異性とこう飲みたいなっていう。
A man in Japan made a living advertising himself as someone you can hire to just stand there and do nothing.
The do nothing guy. It's a rental service? Damn, I've been doing that for free. You telling me I can get paid? While I get an offer, I will simply be there. Yeah, and do nothing other than give simple answers. That's nuts. It's a good idea. Many clients want me to accompany them to certain places they find hard to go alone. Damn.
His clients like having his presence around when they feel like going out but don't want to deal with bothering a friend or feeling the pressure to socialize. And if you need to talk about your problems, he's a great
I used to be like that whenever I was younger, where like I would feel uncomfortable going out and eating by myself. Now I can go to a restaurant and I can just eat there by myself and I'm happy.
From an outside perspective, it's easy to look at these people and feel bad for them. I invested a lot of my time and money into content creators, artists, and K-pop idols who don't even know I exist. And I'm totally fine with that because they're providing me with entertainment and comforting background noise. Just go outside and talk to human, okay? No. But before you do that, don't forget to give this video a like.
Growing up, I always had a lot of friends. I remember after I graduated high school, I told my mom, I said, I don't want to talk to anyone for a whole year. I spent 12 years of this shit. I don't want anybody coming over. I don't want anybody trying to talk to me. I'm just going to sit in my house for a year. And then maybe after that, I'll talk to people again. And she says, okay. And that was it.